Assalamu alaikum. I am Adil Amjad on behalf of APS 7 Streams. It is our lecture number 4, Fundamentals of Computer. Let's start with a recap of previous topics. Last time we were covered following evolution of computers like abacus, Napier-Stokes, Pascaline, difference engine, slide rule, and Hollerith disk. Let's take a briefly recap of these and then proceed further. So we have discussed about the abacus. So abacus was the first machine which were invented by Chinese in 300 BCE, basically for the basic calculations like counting or some addition or subtraction combinations. It consists on the number of beads and a wooden frame. Next we will discuss about Napier's bonds. So John Napier was a Scottish scientist in 1614. He developed a machine which is known as a Napier's bonds. He was also an inventor of the logarithm, a machine which performed all the basic arithmetic operations including arithmetic and square roots. Next we have a Pascaline. Blaise Pascal, a young mathematician of French scientist, invented a machine Pascaline. This is the first electromechanical machine. And then we will discuss about the difference engine, an incomplete machine, but Charles Babbage provided the idea of the modern electronics machines. So Babbage, also known as the father of the computer, laterally his machine invented by Ada Lovelace in 1833 and converted the difference engine into an analytical engine. And this is also electromechanical machine. So these points you have to be remembered for the further process. Then we will discuss about Hollerith disk. Herman Hollerith, an American scientist, invented a tabulating machine, also known as a TMC, Tabulating Machine Company, helped in the census of America based on the indicators which read the holes on the card, works on the punch card phenomena. So TMC converted into a IBM International Business Machine. Then we have a slide rule, a modern pocket calculators based on the slide rule. The idea which is provided by the Napier-Stokes further converted into a slide rule. William Autrich can make a slide rule, small machine, and perform all the basic arithmetic operations. So these are the evolutions of computer. You see that how machines will develop and increase their operations in term of speed, in term of storage. So that is how machines can convert it themselves from a basic ground level to a high level, from mechanical to electromechanical, and then we will discuss about the digital electronic machines. अब आ जाते हैं अपने आज के टॉपिक की तरफ. Today we will cover generation of the computer, very interesting and highly rated as an examination point of view. So generation of the computers, you will be able to define how generations can improve their self, and you will be also able to differentiate between them. So comparison of the generation and understanding of the generation is the main idea for today's lecture. Let's start with the generations of computer. We have 5 generations: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 generations. First generation of computer started from 1940 to 1956. It is based on vacuum tubes. Look at that. And thousands of vacuum tubes make one computer. It consumes a lot of power, a lot of electricity, and generate large amount of heat. Air conditioners are used to cool down them. Large in size and very expensive on that time. Used a machine language which is very complex language and works on a punch card and paper tapes, like we have seen that in a Hollerith disk. And this is the fastest calculating machine on that time you can say that 500 additions per second can be performed by this first generations of computer. There are many examples like ENIAC, EDVAC, Mark 1, UNIVAC. These are the examples of first generations of computer. Next we have second generation of computer from 1956 to 1963. Now here vacuum tubes are replaced with transistors. So transistors are used in second generation. These are small in size as compared to a vacuum tubes. These are very cheaper and reliable. Still, these are energy efficient and generate a lot of heats. Second generation of computer used magnetic core technology. This is the latest technology of that time, and this is the first technology when we stored any data in memories. Use machine language as well as assembly language. Now these two types of languages, machine language and assembly language. Machine language, which is much closer to the machine, like numbers 0, 1 binaries, and assembly language, which is much closer to the human beings as compared to machine languages. So these two types of languages are used in second generation of computers. IBM 7090, CDC Control Data Corporation 360 computers are used in second generation. Third generation of computer has a time period from 1964 to 1971. In these computers, transistors were replaced with ICs, integrated circuits. So thousands of transistors combined and make a single IC, very small in size and very fast as compared to a previous generations. In this generation, we were using keyboards, monitors, mouse, and also use operating systems. DOS operating systems are used in these generations. Also provide a facility to many people to use a third generations of computers. Large number of people using third generation of computer. IBM 360, PDP-11 are the example of third generation of computer. Fourth generation 1971 till now. Microprocessor used instead of ICs. Microprocessors with VLSI, a very large scale integration. Now in this generation, thousands of ICs combine and create a single chip of microprocessor. This is very small and portable size of machines because microprocessor is a very small in size and provide a cheaper rate as compared to a third and second and third generation. This is very reliable and accurate result providers. Nowadays, the computers which we are using are the microprocessors computers. These computers provides you a large storage mediums to store your data and interactive application softwares in form of graphics. GUI graphics are also provided in these types of generations. Your smartphones, laptops, Core i3, Pentium 2, 3, 4 are the examples of fourth generation of computer. So fifth generation of computer, the future of fifth generation started from 2010 until now. It is based on artificial intelligence or AI. Now AI are the smart systems, like we have seen that nowadays predictions. We have seen that image processing, your face recognized by the systems, and you can also see that the expert systems which predict your income, uh, allow you to know about your profit and loss. So these are the artificial intelligence systems. Robotics, which works like a human beings, like as human beings work from a whole day. This is how the AI machines work. So these are the latest technology, very complex to develop, but this is involved in the fifth generation of computers. So whenever you see any systems which behave like a human being, so you can say that this is a fifth generation of computer. There are some features like it is very fast and also a cheap fast result provider as compared to a fourth generation, and this is a self-reliable. Fifth generations of computers learn from the environment. Whatever the working is going in the environment, they can learn. So quantum technology, the fast machines are involved, and a nanotechnology which used in the robots. These machines are very intelligent. They can think from environment, they can learn from environment and make their own decisions. NLP is a feature of artificial intelligence, natural language processing, which we are using nowadays in the form of Siri. We just speak and our language and our words are converted in the form of sentences. So this is how artificial intelligence works. These are the fifth generations of computers, and the future generation is totally based on the fifth generation. This is all for today. So let's conclude. First generation 1940 to 56 vacuum tubes. Second generations transistor. Third ICs or integrated circuits. Fourth microprocessor using a technology VLSI. Last but not the least is the fifth generation using a technology ULSI. So your homework is you have to do question number 3, compare third generation with first generation. You must have to write at least 3 to 4 lines. Um, Tell the technology, which technology used and time period, and also if you define the computers, which computers or which systems involved in third generation or in the first generation. So question number 3 is your homework. Do it and send it on AIS as soon as possible. No time restrictions for these homeworks, so do as soon as you possible and send it on AIS. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.